Hello and bienvenue. I am Joker, the Full Metal Joker. Now, before we get started with the topic at hand, I have to let you know two things. One, if you do not like what has to be said, please remove yourself from this video. Two, everything I have to say is mostly opinion-based with a lining of truth. But if you feel like I'm wrong in certain areas, or I need more information than others, please feel free to contact me. You should already know how to do this by now. With that being said, in case you haven't been keeping track of what's been going on social media, I have some things to tell you. And for those of you that have, you should already know what I'm going to be saying. But with that being said, there's been post after post of people saying how white people need to kneel, how they need to pay with their money or their blood for the actions of the past. And as someone that is of mixed race, I cannot agree to that. And aren't we supposed to be judging each other? Not by the color of our skin, not the actions of what people have done in the past, and not by which race, minority group, etc. had the most tragic backstory. No, we should be judging each other based upon our actions and the intent done by said actions. We should be judging people by what's in their heart, not by what they say. And it makes no sense. Yes, I do agree that horrible things have happened in the past, but we should not be living in that past. We should be going, yes, that happened, and we will look upon that past as something that we will never do again. Not as a weapon to smack upside the head of someone that we feel is unworthy to be treated equally. No, that isn't right. That isn't what this country was built upon. That wasn't what the people that fought in the civil rights movement wanted. No. These people went through hell to make sure that everyone would be treated equally in the eyes of the law and society itself. But I sit here and look at post after post about how the white man did things wrong, about how colonialism ruined how things are today. No. Again, this isn't right, and it shouldn't be done like this. As I said in the beginning, we should look upon the past as something that we should never do. Because as they say, if we refuse to learn from the past, we are doomed to repeat it. And from what I'm seeing, it's being repeated. But instead of whites being racial towards blacks, I'm seeing blacks being racial towards whites, accusing them of things that most likely their ancestors have never done. Like, for example, my father's side of the family, which is his racial background as far as I know, was white and Native American. What happened to my father's family is they were brought over because they refused to swear to the King of England. They were treated as slaves, indentured servants, and utter garbage. And they were white. So it wasn't just black people that received hell. It was Native Americans. It was the Chinese. It was the Japanese. It was, well, kinda, still is, the Mexicans. And Arabs are still catching hell because what a few crazy radicals are doing. So it isn't just you. We have all been through it. But instead of doing what everyone else is doing, rising up, going, yes, that crap has happened, but we're not going to let it hold us down. I'm seeing a bunch of, now I know not all, but still a bunch of people of African American descent going out, destroying things, destroying their communities, and saying how white people need to kneel because of what a handful of races and very few people that happen to have the money to own slaves did. Again, and I know I'm repeating myself, this isn't right. We are ruining what our forefathers wanted, their vision for this country. We are ruining what the heads of the civil rights movement wanted for all races, for everyone to be treated equally. It's being destroyed because of self-entitlement, greed, and bigotry. And I have to say this, the best way to get rid of racism is to not sit here and go, well, black lives matter, well, white lives matter, well, blue lives matter. No, all people matter. No matter your race, no matter your color, no matter your sexual orientation, no matter what gender you see yourself as, no matter what kind of tragic group you came from, no matter your past, we are all equal. We all should be treated as equal and should be judged by the actions and what lies within our heart. And things are not going to get better until we see that. Things are not going to get better until people start to realize that and we start to move forward and stop relying on things like hate, greed, and selfish entitlement. And with that being said, if you enjoy the content that I produce, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. For those of you that are going through hard times due to the riots and everything else that has been going on, my heart goes out to you and your family. Thank you, and good luck.